What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so a season that started off with so much promise for Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever has unraveled to being almost a disaster. All right, remember when she started off the season red hot, being the best shooter in the game, dwarfing her her rookie numbers, putting up 30-point triple doubles, drilling 3-point after 3-pointer. And then she cooled off. And then the turnovers piled up again. And then she started getting hurt. And she came back rather early, re aggravated the groin injury that was soon announced. And I believe she has not played since July the 15th of this year. And now she's been ruled out for the season. There have been question marks as to, whether she was mishandled as far as her injury is concerned. I don't know about all that. But I do know one thing. I've noticed that the media treats Caitlin Clark far differently than they do any other WNBA player. And it's not always for the better. Okay? People like to make the excuse that, it's about money. That's what Stephen A. Smith loves to talk about. Well, she's box office and blah, blah, blah. Well, I look at her numbers. Now, I know she was injured this year, but when you look at what she produced last year, when she was pretty healthy, and when you look at what she did in a limited basis this year overall, as far as justifying the status in which the media likes to put her at, it's not there. I think it's clear as day that the best player in the NBA, the best player in WNBA is Asia Wilson. But she's not a household name. Now, is that Asia Wilson's fault? No. If anything, it's the media's fault. Because the media is prioritizing money over the sport. The players who are busting their ass every night, going out there, working on their craft, trying to perfect their game to the point where they're the best player they could be, they're not getting the recognition because the Stephen A. Smiths, the Skip Baylesses of the world, they're more interested in catering to certain fan bases, who, by the way, often are super casuals who don't even really participate as far as watching the sport, but only really watching that particular player play. Their eyes are only glued on that player every single game. They don't even care about their teammates. They don't praise the teammates of Caitlin Clark who've been trying to keep the her team, in contention. They're trying to keep the Indiana Fever afloat, but they don't get really much praise from the mainstream guys. Now, this is something else that's bothering me about Caitlin Clark, right? Her increasingly bratty, entitled, petulant behavior. It's starting to remind me of a certain so-called king from Akron. And it's pissing me off. Like, we saw LeBron do shit like this when he was younger. Like, a ball boy would come to him and he would completely, conveniently ignore this kid when he didn't think the cameras was on him. Or he would take his warm-up jersey off and just place it on the ground instead of handing it to the kid or the young adult who there to take the garment or take the outfit. You would hear rumors about how he would tell little children, to get the fuck out of my face. Little kids. Unless there's a camera around. And then he'll put on that fake facade. So this disturbed me right here. So, like I said, Caitlin Clark, who is out for the season, was standing in the huddle, I guess. I think this is a huddle. I gotta look at it. I gotta get a little bit more context, but a cameraman passes by, right? Now I say a little bit more context as far as exactly what's going on, but it looks like there's some sort of huddle going on. It might be pregame or whatever, but anyway, a cameraman passes by Caitlin Clark, and he doesn't come anywhere near touching her, okay? But she seems annoyed that the cameraman passes by her, and it's more like she's annoyed that how dare you pass me and not acknowledge who I am type shit. That she just has to come over there and get into his face, flex a little power, probably said something semi-threatening to him, and then she glares at the guy like he, you know what I'm saying, sniffed her ass or something.
Congratulations to Stuart Almley who won tonight's Ticketmaster PHX ID giveaway. Stuart's going home with $300 in PayPal credit, all for using PHX ID. Located in the Suns Mercury Arena at PHX ID and tickets, purchase concessions, merchandise, and rewards all in one place. Get PHX ID ready by downloading the Suns Mercury Arena app and signing in with your Ticketmaster account to win great prizes throughout the season.
Let me play it again because it kind of glitched up at the beginning. Let me see.
Congratulations to Stuart Almley who won tonight's Ticketmaster PHX ID giveaway. Stuart's going home with $300 in PayPal credit, all for using PHX ID. Located in the Suns Mercury Arena at PHX ID allows you to scan your tickets, purchase concessions, merchandise, and rewards all in one place. Get PHX ID ready by downloading the Suns Mercury Arena app and signing in with your Ticketmaster account to win great prizes throughout the season.
Yeah, it's that's just over. That's just too much, man. It's too much. Like it's not like it's a one-time thing. She's been doing this very, very consistently and much too often. Just yelling at people and getting their face, but the media gives her so many passes. With her, when she does it, it's her passion or it's frustration. It's always these excuses. Or it's frustration with her injury. It's all these fucking excuses. Just like with Tom Brady going around breaking $1,500 tablets. Oh, it's his passion for the game. Me and Travis Kelce, who bumped his coach in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Oh, his passion for the game. But when Angel Reese yells at a coach, it's ghetto behavior. And that fucking shit gets on my goddamn nerves, man. Like, us niggas supposed to go out there and run around like robots and show absolutely no fucking emotion. Where everybody else gets to show passion. But we do it, we're emotional. He's emotional, nigga. He's emotional. Nah. How about Caitlin Clark's a fucking entitled jerk? Crybaby. Okay? How about that? How about that's really what's going on here? And she has an army of fans and army in the media who protect her all the goddamn time. That's the truth. Nobody's talking about this. But let that have been Angel Reese, who, by the way, was just suspended for getting her 8th technical, which happens to come after it was leaked that Angel Reese was complaining about, certain teammates of hers, as far as not putting up the effort needed to sustain some sort of success with the Chicago Sky, right? Because the media's already trying to make her out to be the bad guy as far as why the Sky isn't succeeding. Like, you see how that works? You see how when Anytime the Fever are not doing well, it's the staff, it's the teammates, it's everybody else except for Caitlin Clark. Though she's supposed to be the goat, though, right? But she never gets any criticism. Kind of like how a certain player from Akron does, right? But with the Chicago Sky, even though that team is clearly not as talented overall as the Indiana Fever, somehow it's Caitlin Clark's fault. I don't know, but that's all I got to say about it. Man. That cameraman came nowhere near her, man, and she just always act like she's like the main attraction. Like all eyes are on her. That's what comes with. That's why fame is not good for those who are not ready for it, man. She's what, 19 years old, 20 years old? No, she's not that young. What is she? 20 years old now, I guess. So it's like, man, oh well, oh well. That's all I got to say. Well, tell me what you guys think.